This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Most historians describe Africa as the oldest continent on Earth. Anthropologists also believe that human life originated from this massive continent. Africa is regarded as one of the backward countries that are far from civilization. However, before AD 1880, African communities were organized into states. Although the nations were not as big as those presently seen, they had governments that controlled their jurisdiction activities. Even though several reasons led to the states' formation, they were formed due to cultural homogeneity, political organization, trade and commerce, and military body. Cultural homogeneity is one reason that led to the formation of states in Africa before AD 1880. Similarities in ideologies brought people together, hence they needed to be organized to practice their beliefs in harmony. Cultural homogeneity promoted common hatred of other practices, thus attracting people of the same culture. For instance, the Oman Kingdom was formed due to the cultural homogeneity of the Oyoko clan and the shared hatred of Denkyira. In other words, they united and formed a kingdom because they despised other rulers who imposed laws on them. Political organization is another reason that led to the formation of states in Africa. As the village's population was increasing, and there was a need to control resources, people began grouping into political formations that could make them better bargaining power with the neighboring society. Most communities could be seen as strong only if they were well established politically. Therefore, individuals become organized into groups to control resources and have a political say on how such resources could be distributed. For instance, pastoral communities began forming states to have large and fertile grazing places and watering points. Trade and commerce also led to the formation of states in Africa. As trade activities intensified, people began settling in places where the exchange of goods and services was taking place. As a result, they started associating themselves with that location. For instance, the Tuareg community acted as guides during the trans-African trade. Moreover, they began to unite to improve their negotiating power with their trading partners. Commodities could only attain high value if people were united and had a common say about their products. Finally, the formation of the military promoted the formation of states in Africa. The military provided security for the residents and, in most cases, protected the community from external attacks. In Africa, many groups were fighting over the control of resources and show supremacy. As a result, people had to protect their territory from external invaders who often interfered with peace and at times led to the death of many innocent individuals. For example, the Ashanti Empire, founded by Osei Tutu, mainly depended on military strength to establish the kingdom. The military's formation to guard the residents encouraged the society to form strong groups, which eventually led to states. In conclusion, African states were formed due to cultural homogeneity, political organization, trade and commerce, and military formation. Cultural homogeneity brought people with similar cultures and ideologies. Similarly, strong political groups made individuals have a more substantial say on resource allocation and bargaining power with the neighboring groups in terms of goods and services. However, trade brought people together by encouraging people to settle in one place, while the military encouraged communities to form a state by offering protection to the territory and resources. Therefore, African states were not just formed for the sake, but various reasons encouraged their formation. If you want to find more works like this essay on state formation factors in Africa before 1880, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects.